Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make an adjustment to our Mandala Crochet Monokini that we made in one of our previous videos. So many people were requesting for that detail that goes around the bra cups that creates a picot stitch as well as the mesh pattern on the edges, but also creating more coverage within the midsection of the bust. They didn't want to have their bust open out like this. So that's what I'm here to show you how to do today. And this is going to be a short tutorial. We already have a full tutorial of how to do all these details, and I'll be leaving it on the screen. But for today, I am correcting the missed out part that I didn't put within the tutorial. So you're going to cut off your straps. I'm going to first take off the straps that we have from the original design. We don't need them right now until later when we are through with the bra cup edging of our piece. I'm also going to go ahead and remove the second strap, and then we are going to create the detail that creates a very beautiful coverage for the bust, for those people who don't want to show so much cleavage but also want to cover up a little bit more. So we shall put back the straps later on, but for now this is what we have. Okay, so this is where we are right now, and we're going to attach our yarn. You're going to make sure that you're working on the right side of your piece. For me, the right side of my piece is here, so this row should be on the right side of your piece. You're going to attach your yarn. We're still using a 3mm crochet hook. It's the one that we used for our tutorial for the whole piece. So you're going to attach your yarn a few stitches away from the bra cup. On this bottom band, you're going to attach your yarn there. And then you're going to make a chain of 1 and double crochet in the very first stitch of the bra cup. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and double crochet in the next stitch. So this is what we are going to do. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double crochet into the next stitch. You're going to repeat this until you get to the top of the bra cup. So we are first creating the mesh pattern around the bra cups, and then we shall go onto the picot stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double crochet into the next. So this is what we have. So we've got to the top of the bra cup. We've just placed a stitch here. Now into this space, you're going to go in there with 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets into the same exact space. This is going to bring us to the opposite side, and then you mirror exactly what you have on the first side onto the second side. So in the last stitch here, I have a stitch, so I'll go into the first stitch on this side and place a double crochet, and then I'm going to continue with my mesh pattern. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next. So you're going to repeat this until you have a total of about 6 stitches left on your bra cup towards the middle section of the bra cup. The middle section of the piece, sorry, not the bra cup. So right now we are moving towards the middle section of our piece. And this is what I'm talking about. You're going to work your mesh pattern all the way to around this point. Continue, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double crochet into the next. So repeat until you have about maybe 5 or 6 stitches left on your row or on the second side of the bra cup. So I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me just work one more. This is going to depend on how far you want to close up your bra cup, as you can see in the image here. So some people may want to close up just a little bit like this. Some people may want to close up even further, depending on how long your bra cups are. So for me, I have left out 4 stitches. And I'm going to cross over to the opposite side. So to do that, you're going to count the same exact number of stitches on this side. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the fifth. The fifth one here has a stitch, so that's where I am going to directly go into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the fifth on this side. I'm going to make a double crochet. I'm not going to make a chain of 1 in between. Actually, let me redo that so that I don't have any split yarn showing through. All right. So you can see this can also become a design if you decide not to join this section together. So let's go onto the mesh pattern on the second bra cup. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double crochet onto the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double crochet into the next. All right. So we are doing the same exact thing that we've done on this bra cup onto the second bra cup. Go all the way up until you get to the top of the bra cup, and you're going to repeat the same exact process that you did for your first bra cup. All right, so I'm placing a double crochet right before the chain 2 space at the top of the bra cup, and this is what we have. Should be balancing exactly what's happening on this side onto this side. So I'm going to go into the chain 2 space with 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets into the same exact space. And then go onto the opposite side. So I have a stitch into this stitch here before the chain 2 space. So I'll place a stitch in the stitch right after the chain 2 space, and then I continue with my mesh pattern. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and double crochet into the next, all the way down the second bra cup. So we are on the second side of the second bra cup. All right, so we've come to the end of the second bra cup. I have 1 stitch left. I will make a chain of 1 and skip maybe like 2 stitches from the bottom band, and I'll place a slip stitch. So this is what we have. Now we're going to go onto the picot stitch. Let me try to zoom out a little bit. We're going to create the picot stitch on the edges of our mesh pattern. And to do that, you're going to make a chain of 1 and turn your work. Now this should be worked on the wrong side of the work. Remember, the mesh pattern has been worked on the right side of the work. Now this is going to be worked on the wrong side. So you're going to go into the very first space with 2 single crochets, and then into the next chain 1 space you're going to place 1 single crochet, then make a chain of 3, and then slip stitch into these 2 front loops of the last single crochet that you just placed. Slip stitch there, just like that, and then place another single crochet into the same exact space. So the difference between this space and this space is that here we only place 2 single crochets, and then here we place a single crochet, create a picot stitch, and then place another single crochet. Then into the next space you're going to place 2 single crochets. Then into the next you're going to place 1 single crochet, picot stitch, chain 3, and slip stitch into the 2 front loops, and then place 1 more single crochet into the same space. So you can decide to have a picot stitch at every chain space, but that means the picot stitch is going to be very close. These spikes are going to be very close to each other, which I don't want. So do what you prefer to have. Into the next chain 1 space you're going to place 2 single crochets, and then into the next you're going to place 1 single crochet, chain 3, slip stitch at the base of the chain 3, and then place 1 more single crochet into the same exact space. So this is how the picot stitch is going to be spaced out. So I'm going to repeat that all the way up the bra cup. Into the next we just place 2 single crochets, and into the next 1 single crochet, chain 3, slip stitch, and then another single crochet, 2 single crochets into the next space, and then into the next single crochet, chain 3, slip stitch at the base of the chain 3, 1 more single crochet into the same exact space. So this is what you're going to end up with. You're going to end up with this picot stitch popping on the right side of the work. So I've made it all the way up here, and this is what we have. Now when you get to the top here, you're going to go into each of the stitches before the chain 2 space. Into the chain 2 space you're going to place 3 single crochets, just like that, and then you're going to single crochet in each of the next stitches after the chain 2 space, just like this, and then we have 2 single crochets in this last stitch before the stitches before the chain 2 space. So we are just doing a duplicate of what we have on this side. So 2 single crochets into the next stitch or the chain 1 space, and then into the next you're going to place 1 single crochet, chain 3, slip stitch, and 1 more single crochet into the same space. Then into the next space you're going to place 2 single crochets. Then in the next you're going to place 1 single crochet, chain 3, slip stitch, and another single crochet. So you repeat that all the way down, and you can see what our edging looks like. All right, so I'm placing my stitches into the last chain one space before we cross over to this side. So I've ended with one with a picot stitch into the last chain one space here. So let's see what we have right now. This is what we have. And now you're going to cross over and mirror the same exact thing that you have on this side onto the opposite side. So since this has a picot stitch, the last chain one space, I'm going to also make sure that the very first space on this side has a picot stitch. And then 2 single crochets into the next chain one space. This may not even be visible because they're very close, but just leave them as they are. And then I'm going to just go ahead and do the same exact thing on this side. All right, so we're coming to the end of the second breakup, and I am placing only 2 single crochets into the last chain one space, and I'll go into the next stitch on this side and place a slip stitch. Now I'll make a chain of 1 and cut my yarn. And at this point we are through with the edging of the breakup. I'm going to just make a knot here. Remember, this row is worked on the wrong side of the work. That's why I'm making a knot on the wrong side of the work. You're going to make a knot and then cut your yarn. And now when you turn your work onto the right side, this is what you're going to have. The right side is where the picot stitch is going to be popping. Then you can go ahead and go back to the video and attach your yarn and create straps for this part. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to just make a simple chain here. I'm not going to make the braided straps, but if you want that, then you're going to go back to the original video of the monokini, and you follow the instructions for the braided rope straps for the monokini. And then another thing is, if you prefer to join this part here, you're going to get a darning needle and get a short strand of yarn, and then you're going to go ahead and join these parts together, just as you can see on the screen. I did this for my orange version, but this is totally optional. It can be a design of an open kind of make for your design. You just join it the best way possible, and once you're done, you can go ahead and get rid of the loose ends. So I'm going to push them towards the wrong side of the work so that I can be able to weave them in, or just tie a knot at the back of the work. And that's basically it, guys. For those people who have been having questions of how they can achieve something close to the orange version, this is it. I hope this video was insightful. Let's see it on and we see the difference between what we had before and what we have right now. So let me first go ahead and attach simple straps on this one, and we shall see the difference between the two pieces. Alright guys, I've attached straps on both breakups, just a simple strap of just plain chains, but the difference is I've used a double strand just to have them a little bit on the thicker side. So let's see the final look, and I hope this helped out someone out there who was stuck or stranded with the version that doesn't have an edging. And yeah, this marks the end of this tutorial. Let's see the final look of our piece.